What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another Mega Man X Dive video. This one's going to be a little bit of a follow-up video to the video I uploaded previously. A little bit talking about how I'm going to be taking a step back in global version of the game and a bit more practices on it. And first and foremost, I apologize. I'm still not feeling too great, but I'm feeling the best I've felt in about a week. So I figured I could get on here now and record a little bit. Just because some things in the video, I guess, weren't conveyed too well. And there's some other things I wanted to kind of talk about as well, because I've gotten a few questions. So one of the major things in that video that I didn't even really show, as something that a lot of people pointing out was how disgusted I was with this screen. And there was a reason for that, because you could see the rewards here, and it's not even that these were included, right? It's not the fact that these were included. It's the fact that we got these rewards as opposed to the rewards that the Taiwan version got. Now I can put a screenshot up and show the rewards that the Taiwan version got, but basically we're getting some special gift boxes with some things that are they're just irrelevant. And then down here you have a chance you can get a Hunter R. In the Taiwan version, for lining up these specific milestones, the rewards you got were so much better and so much more valuable, which is why, like, my initial disgust for just seeing that page, right? As a lot of people had noted, because a lot of people thought it was just because that they put these rewards in the game. It was like, because I even said in the video, I was like, well, no, these rewards aren't, these are just kind of like for spending. These aren't like what you spend to get. However, in the Taiwan version, when they got these same rewards, they didn't get the 5,000 EM reward here. So they didn't have the 5,000. They just had 10k, 20k, and 30k. But what they actually got for hitting those thresholds were Chimera supply pouches, and they were special Chimera supply pouches. So the first one was a 1-star Chimera supply pouch 2 for spending 10k elemental metal, and for that you had a chance of getting Sinister Shadow Saber or Sinister Gatling Gun. Just 40 memories for either one of those. Which one you got was RNG, but hey, that's a lot better than the dog water rewards here, right? Like, what, 10 memories for something? 10 S-rank memories, rather. That's not enough to unlock something. Like, you get a full weapon's worth of memories to unlock the Taiwan version for that. And then, okay, so now we'll go down to the 20k reward, the Chimera supply pouch 2-star. For that one, you had a chance of getting Hunter V, 40 memories for Hunter V, 40 memories for Hunter R, or 40 memories for Raffles Armor X. Again, much better value than the dog water rewards that we got over here in the global version of the game. And then, if you had consumed 30k elemental metal, you had a chance at getting either Criminal Master X Zero or Zenogar Iris, 40 memories of that, right? And that's actually why I look so disgusted, because I frequently bring up how we were told in global that things will always be made better, not made worse, right? Well, you look at these rewards and you can see that, like, insert that meme here, Tyler Gray, well, that was a fucking lie, right? Pardon my language. But it's like we're told that things are going to be better, but it feels like a lot of times when they're telling us that things are going to be better, they're basing that off of the ignorance of the player base, not knowing what the Taiwan version got. Let's go back about a year when the Halloween event first came out, right? The Taiwan version got a week of free pulls for the Halloween event. We almost didn't get that. We had to make it known to another journalist, like, hey, we want at the bare minimum the same treatment that they got, right? We had to let them know, we're like, hey, we want the week of free pulls, because we were not going to get those, right? And for those of us who didn't play the Taiwan version, you would have never known that. But because people in the community know about what the Taiwan version got, right, we had to use that to our advantage to let them know, hey, this isn't going to fly, right? And it seems like they're kind of doing that again with these rewards here. And this is why that's something I keep bringing up. Like, if you notice in Discord, when people have requirements like, Kenny, why are you so, or like, why were you so disgusted by this? This is why. Like, these rewards compared to what we got are actual trash. There are some other things alongside that as well, such as the packs that we get. I don't remember the exact name of who has it and posts it every so often. Like, they mean they're just like, hey, you know, remember when packs were good? I have the screenshot. I think the name is MF Speedy, I believe. I don't know, because like people change their names around a lot on Discord, so like I don't know who everyone is when, you know, based off of their changed name. But I have a screenshot up here of what the old pack looked like. It had 1,000 elemental, what looks like 1,000 paid elemental medals, 2,000 free elemental medals, 1,800 character patches, and 230,000 DNA points. Right? For $54.99. That's not something I would buy, but that's something I'd look at and was like, okay, you know, that value seems there. And what we seem to have now is this. This is what we have now. 650 paid elemental metal, 1,550 free elemental metal, and 200,000 DNA points. Now, I don't know about you, but something isn't adding up here to me, right? Because the value from the other pack was a lot higher. It's the same price. There's more stuff in it. There's better stuff in it. But now we have this pack for some reason. And to my knowledge, this isn't something like they announced either that was changing. Like, this is kind of something that would just like kind of, let's see if anyone noticed, just kind of, you know, just kind of slide this in here. Like, you know, like right like that, like, you know, maybe no one will notice. And fortunately, Speedy has noticed. Some other people probably have noticed as well, but I know Speedy's the one that posts about it a lot. Again, I'll try to have a picture of that, but if I can't find it, I can't find it for the purposes of the video. And then that, like, those reasons, alongside a bunch of other, like, little small reasons we have, like, started to add up, and I'm just like, alright, I really don't think I really want to support this game monetarily anymore for the global version. It wasn't just because that I wasn't on board with how they're handling the Monster Hunter banner. That I definitely didn't like, but alongside everything else that was starting to add, I was like, okay, now you definitely don't deserve my money anymore. So, as I said, I'm not spending on the global version anymore. As you can see here, I still have my 10 paid EM from last time here. And I have not bought the daily packs at all. The day that those will refresh for me would be the 21st of each month, and it is now the 29th. So like I said, I will no longer be supporting this game monetarily. However, they did do something pretty interesting, I want to say. They had this flash pack here. You can't really see where I'm clicking on the screen, but like right down here. Flash pack available from 10:30 p.m. to 10:35 p.m. It's $29.99. This already passed, by the way. This is passed by this point that I'm recording this video. $29.99 for 2,000 paid elemental metal, and then 4,000 free elemental metal. Now that's pretty solid value wise. The downside is that they're really leaning hard into like the FOMO, and they're like, oh, this is only going to be active for 5 minutes. So if you're not able to log onto the game and buy it within that 5 minutes, well, you're not going to get it. And that, like, immediately, that just sounds off to me, right? Because if you're going to have a deal that entices people to spend money, you're going to give them 5 minutes to buy it. And considering how much value is in that, it's probably not going to go too well for people trying to, you know, log on and buy it during that time period. And unfortunately, it didn't end up going that well. as we had to have an emergency maintenance, I think, because of that. But that's not the entire reason why I thought it was interesting. The part I found the most interesting about that is before it was released, word was being spread to, I guess, the more whale members of the community, that hey, this pack is going to drop at this point in time, so just be ready to buy it. And they were kind of told, like, hey, don't tell anybody about this, And that's the part that seemed really, really weird and kind of shady to me about the whole scenario. Like, it was like, okay, it's different, I suppose, if you guys have a an MVP like newsletter kind of thing, like Final Fantasy Record Keeper used to have. Like, if you spent X amount of money, you were you basically got invited to this thing. It's like, oh, you're one of our MVPs because you spend a lot of money on this game, so we'll send you like a special newsletter each each month detailing what's gonna come, what kind of deals we're gonna get, etc., etc. But to my knowledge, we don't have that in this game. So it's really, really weird that that's gonna be kept in the shadows. But also, it was kept in the shadows and then made public for everyone to know about. That also seems really weird to me. But I mean, sure. But like the fact that they tried to keep it like kind of hush hush was kind of shady in the first point, especially because the only people that were supposed to be aware of it apparently were the people that spent more money on the game. I wasn't one of those people. I just found out through word of mouth of other people talking about it. And alongside that, there's just rising problems with the game as well. So that's why I ultimately decided I'm not going to spend money anymore on this game. Now, we were told things that Nebula Joy can't change about the game. Character balancing things, core game mechanics, etc. Things that they can change, and they have. Some event missions, as we can see here, they've clearly been made a lot worse. Things in the store, as we can see, because they've been stealthily lowering the value from some packs in the store. But one of the main things was bug fixes. Bug fixes and glitch fixes. And that's a very, very important one to, be able to fix for your community and for your player base so that they can play the game smoothly. One of the more recent things that's been happening in this game, which I might have mentioned last video as well, the guild issue. Now, it doesn't happen for me, because I was able to, I don't know what causes it, but I do know that some people are locked out of guild features because there's an issue with the tutorial. Now, there's another minor issue with the guild as well that many people are aware of. Some people might not even be aware of. When you go to redeem, I didn't even redeem my stuff. When you, I don't know if I can get one here. I can't fully show it anyway, but there's an issue with the success rate where this right here, even if you're at 0% success for over here, like you see how it says success, great success, superb success, you can still get success when it says 0% on success. You just either get great or superb, you could still get 0, which is a bit of an issue. It's still, functioning, but that shouldn't be a thing anyway, right? Like, that should be something that should be fixed at some point. But some people are just locked out of guild entirely because they're because of the glitch tutorial, and that's been a major issue for people because they can't access the guild. One of the biggest updates, or one of the biggest parts of the latest update was the guild, how we can rank up the guild, how we can use the energy pillar, how we can use the bounty lobby. We're going on when did the guild update drop? I think we're going on 3+ months at this point, with no fix, and people just can't access the guild portion. And yeah, that you would think that's something that that they would want to hop on immediately. It's like, well, people can't use this part of the game. We should probably fix it. But it hasn't been fixed. I don't even think we've gotten word about a potential fix for it. Luckily, I'm not one of the people that's affected by it. But if I was, you can be assured that I would be a lot more upset about being locked out of this new feature. There are some other things in general as well, like we've had in the past. Like I mentioned, like the controller issue. Like I don't want to harp on too much things in the past, but like I said, like these things, like they're starting to add up, and it's starting to look really, really bad in general. Because some things, while we do inherit from the Taiwan version, other things we don't, like the controller issue. Like that's something I'm pretty sure that was exclusive to global. It ultimately took like a month and a half to fix, and then on top of that, I'm pretty sure we got little to no compensation for that being an issue for as long as it was, right? And I think just about everyone was affected by that in some way. Even though I wasn't like affected by it entirely, I did have to change like my setup to how I was playing the game so that I could use my controller. Otherwise, I'd have to use mouse and keyboard, and that was not a fun time. I don't think we got any kind of compensation for that. If we did, it was very, very minor. But this guild issue has been happening for a while, and I don't think we're going to get any kind of compensation for this either for the people that are affected. And that's really, really not good. So it doesn't instill me with any kind of real confidence for, for this server of the game to actually be run and run well. Like I said, alongside the other things, I don't play EU, but I know for the EU player base, it sucks to be on EU. If there's something wrong on EU, you're basically just stuck with it until we get the next update, because I don't know, it seems like nothing from EU gets addressed. There's a few people I know that play EU from the Discord server. Duty, I think Papu and Kaiger. And Kaiger in particular, I remember Kaiger had asked about an issue. Kaiger was like, "Hey, I'm having this issue on EU. Anyway, we can get a fix on this on ETA." Week goes by. Kaiger asks again. Is like, "Hey, any update ETA? Anything on this?" A little bit more time goes by. Kaiger again posting in the Discord is like, "Hey, anything on this?" Right? It's not even like they were being obnoxious or something. Like all they were really asking was like, "Hey, can we get a fix on this? If not, what's the status on it? Are we gonna get an ETA? How long are we gonna have to deal with this issue?" And there's a lot of other things like that on EU as well. And it even it's kind of at the point where it's a meme in the global server or in the Discord server that that EU has problems. Like, nah, EU doesn't even exist. Again, that's really I don't think that's something I really want to monetarily support, realistically. Now, with all of that said, there's a lot of people like, "Oh, Kenny, all the stuff you said really makes me want to play the Taiwan version. Taiwan version sounds so much better." The Taiwan version still has problems. Like both servers definitely have issues, right? Some issues are just not as big as others. Taiwan side, especially bug fixes and things like that, they get fixed extremely quickly. Probably because it's a lot easier for them to deal with and fix the bugs. However, one of the things that we're told Nebula Joy can do is bug fixes and glitch fixes, right? But then either it doesn't get fixed or it takes ages for them to fix it, which is like zero compensation. So at the very least, they get fixed a lot faster over Taiwan side. But there are things that I don't like about the Taiwan version as well that I would hope that are would be much different. But overall, I kind of just wanted to sit down and get some thoughts out there, even though I'm still not feeling great. You might have noticed a few cuts around here. That's because I still have a bit of a cough, and talking for quite a while. Sometimes I get a bit of a coughing fit, which sucks. So I got most of that out of the way, and I think I will just do my pull for 0 as well here. As you can see, like I said, I wasn't gonna I'm not pulling on the Monster Hunter banners. I don't I'm just not gonna put any resources to that. You might have noticed that I did end up getting, I did have the at 1,000 EMs used. That's because I pulled in the Grudge expander when it was still live, and I got Grudge X off that and some other things. But yeah, I got that done then, and that's the only thing I have there. I can put a screenshot of it after this pull. We'll just let this slow roll out here. There's an S rank in here. I don't know what's going to be. It was a fake out, so maybe I'll get Primitive Strike 0, which, I mean, I wasn't going to put any resources towards him, so the only way I would get him is free pull or during the rerun event. So let's see. That's a weapon, so alright. I don't know if there's anything in the general pool that I don't think I have Bubble Blaster. Or Bubble Bomber. Bubble Bomber would have been pretty nice for me to have. But yeah, for the most part, I just kind of wanted to go over my thoughts again. Like I said, that's why I'm no longer going to be really prioritizing the global version. I will still make content on it because people have been asking, it's like, yo, you're really quitting the global version? I'm like, no, I'm not quitting. I'm just going to put global on the back burner account-wise. I'll still make content for the game because I still like playing the game, unfortunately. So, yeah, there is that. Because I don't necessarily need my global account to really make content. I will need it for when events come to global, so that I have, you know, I have the events and things like that. But I don't necessarily need my global account. I will still upkeep it though. Though granted, it'll probably just be at this point, it'll probably just be regulated to dailies and things like that. But I definitely did wanted to get that out here as well, because a lot of people think that I'm quitting the game, even though I was pretty sure that I had said I'm just taking a step back. Like, I'm not quitting entirely. Like, I'm just not gonna play this game or play the global version as much as I used to. But yeah, I'm gonna go and become a blanket burrito, and hope I feel much better in the coming days, because not feeling good isn't great. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Later.